Hey, welcome back to the Big Rand Show. As always, thank you for joining me. I'd like to thank all those new people out there who have subscribed to my channel in the last month, especially over the last 2 weeks. We've had over 130 subscribers in just 2 weeks, and yesterday, while I was asleep between 9 o'clock and 2 a.m. this morning, we gained another 37 here while I was sleeping. So welcome to the Big Rand Show. I would like to tell you up front that this channel, there's a lot more to it than the food box videos where a lot of these subscribers are coming from. So I want you to know that I try to be as honest as I possibly can here at the Big Rand Show. I try to bring you the honest information as I can find it. And sometimes I'll be wrong. And if I am, I will come back with a second video to let you know that I was wrong. Anyhow, thank you for the support. Anyways, let's get right to it. Ralph Northam. Ralph Northam is a Democratic governor of Virginia. Now, let's make that very clear. He's a Democrat. CNN did have a little goof the other day in their editing, where they showed him as a Republican for about 20 seconds until they corrected it. But he is a Democrat. It was found out on Friday of this week that in a yearbook from his 1984 med school yearbook, there's a photograph on a page attributed to him where there's a man wearing blackface and a man, apparently, is supposedly a man, in a KKK outfit. You can see the photograph here. So it's very clear what took place in this photograph. Now, he claimed on Friday, and apologized, but he claimed on Friday that he was indeed in the photograph and that he is sorry. And after that video was done, I assumed, maybe he has changed. As I saw on a tweet from the Amazing Atheist, you can't really go attaching today's sensibilities to things that took place 35, 40 years ago. But my opinion has changed since his press conference yesterday afternoon. I had an entire video made, and I'm having to scrap that and redo a new one now. Ralph Northam has proven to me to be a liar, and clearly he has not changed. He stood up there stammering and BSing his way through that press conference yesterday, and then retracting his previous apology of saying when he said that he was part of it. One reason I had thought initially that maybe the man had changed was why? Because he admitted it. If you admit your past and you say, hey, yeah, I did it, fine. If you haven't committed a crime, I'm not going to care. But you know what, Ralph Northam? You spent an entire hour almost on that press conference doing nothing but lying to the people. Now, I live here in Texas. It's not my place to say what you should do. I'm not going to sit there and tell the people of Virginia what should happen. But I'll tell you my personal opinion. My personal opinion is the honorable thing for you to do is resign. Not only have you disgraced your state, you've disgraced the Democratic Party. You are a disgrace to the Democratic Party. We are a party that stands for equality. We are a party that stands for equal rights, civil rights, for all Americans. And if you're still harboring your racism, as your lies would make it seem that you are, you have no business, one, as calling yourself a Democrat. Two, you have no business being the leader of anything. You are a garbage human being, Mr. Northam. That is my opinion on the matter. Maybe some information will come out later where I am wrong. And I hope so. But you know what? At this point, I don't think I am. I really think Ralph Northam is a snake in the grass. I really do. A wolf in sheep's clothing, as you might say. Because he sat there as the hypocrite he is and called out Ed Gillespie back in that election that he got elected in, calling him a racist. And that's one of the main reasons that he won that election, was because he called Ed Gillespie a racist because he wanted to fight MS-13. Now, I'll admit, Ed Gillespie ran a crap campaign. And Ed Gillespie ran a very racist campaign, much like Donald Trump did in 2015, 2016. But that said, you can't go calling people out for being racist when you yourself are racist. And I'll tell you right now, I'll admit my past. There was a point in time where I probably was not all that very open to things. You know, I may not have always been a huge supporter of certain things. But there's one thing I never supported, and that's racism. There are a lot of things I didn't know about racism in this country. I wasn't taught them in high school. I didn't learn them in college. Much like I was telling a friend yesterday, I didn't really learn why and how blackface, for example, is absolutely offensive and racist in and of itself. I had to do some research on that after being called out last year after I did a video. That's one reason I like my supporters here. You guys won't sit there and let me slide. You don't let me pass BS and then not call me on it. That is the one thing that I do love about the 430 plus subscribers I have here at the Big Rant Show. So once again, thank you all for joining me here at the Big Rant Show. Continue watching the videos if you want, please. I really do these so y'all can get the information. I try not to put too much spin on it, my direction or anyone's direction. But like I've said in the past, and I've told other people in other videos, I am a liberal. I do lean very far to the left. So I try to bring it as honest as I can. But I will admit that a lot of my videos are going to be left-leaning. So if you're new to the channel, check out the other content, see my other videos. And if you're here because of the food stamp videos that I've done, the 3 food stamp videos that I've put out, thank you for watching those. Please check out my other content. I had intended that the food stamp box 3 video to be the last one. But I will do other videos on the topic. Maybe not the food box directly, but there will be other topics involving welfare reform, and how we can actually reform the system without hurting those that actually need the system. Anyhow, this has been the Big Rant Show. I've been your host, Jacob Keck. I'll see you down the road.